Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Muhammad bin Abdullah.
My name is Muhammad Zul Izzuddin bin Azrizal.
I am Katara Muhammad and I am the Wahidah bin Izzuddin. Today, in this video, we will share with you guys one of the secondary sources of Islamic law, which is URUF.
So let's begin.
Okay, URUF or tradition can be described as a transmission of behaviors or beliefs that are passed on from generations to generations. In the context of Islamic jurisprudence, URUF and Ada are scrutinized as one of the influential sources of Islamic law. The word URUF is the noun of the Arabic word arufa, which literally means to know or to perceive as a conventional terms. According to Khalaf, URUF is what is built up and drilled by the individuals from their colloquialisms and doings or not doings. While Al-Judani mentions that URUF is something that has been consistent in the soul, identified and perceived by the intellect, and it is arguments and easy to understand. During the pre-Islamic periods, the Arab social system were mainly based on their customs and the habits of the people. Most of the usages and the practice were the remains from the time of Prophet Ibrahim. But after the advent of Islam, URUF are still considered as a source of the law because it has been practiced by the Arab community for a long time. It shows here that Islamic jurisprudence gave recognitions to them. URUF and Ada are the two specialized terms in the Islamic law. Technically, these two terms were different in meaning, but in the practice of society, they implicate one another. The word Ada is derived from the Arabic word al-Auda, which indicates to repeat or to return. Basically, these two terms are synonymous because of majority of the ulama has used both of them in the same sentence which suggests the same meaning. Lastly, it can be said that there are no clear difference between these both terms. Instead, Islamic law specialists have built up an order of various kinds of URUF and isolated them into different sorts of classifications, which are the first one, the verbal customs and the practical customs, the general custom and the particular customs, and lastly the valid customs and the invalid customs.
Okay, today I will talk about the utilization of the URUF by the scholars. Firstly, I will talk about the scholars who agree with the URUF. Jumhur ulama call URUF as an argument. Many laws are issued based on the URUF. The most famous scholars that use URUF as the legal argument is Imam Maliki and Imam Hanafi. Imam Maliki and Imam Hanafi accept the URUF because it is applicable to Islam and not contrary to the Sharia. As the URUF, there is fasid that is truly contrary with the Sharia. Talk about the scholars who reject the URUF. As for the Imam Hanbali and Imam Shafi'i, they are not accept URUF as an argument. Arguing with it means that turning away from the Islamic texts that are qat'i and based on desire. Therefore, the URUF is set aside because being content with it means we are help each other to do something sinful. I will talk about conditions governing the acceptability of URUF in Sharia. It has been established above that not all customs are acceptable in Sharia. Hence, most of the scholars accept the application of URUF through a method called al-adat wal-mahkamah, means that customs that are referred to in the determination of law. The following govern the acceptability of URUF according to a source. Firstly, it should be commonly practiced by the community or a community which is the previous being a one basic to all existence of Muslim society and the later common to a specific group in a specific area. And secondly, to be considered as URUF, a practice should not be in struggle with the primary sources, which is the Quran and Sunnah.
Next, I will talk about the basis of URUF. The majority of the scholars, which is Jumhur, recognize URUF as a supportive source of the Sharia, and they have quoted several proofs in order to support their view. Among these proofs are in Surah Al-A'raf, verse 199. A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Khudhil afwa wa'mur bil urfi wa'rid anil jahilin. Sadaqallahul azim. Keep to forgiveness, enjoy URUF, and turn away from the ignorant. So,
In this verse, Allah has commanded to do good by first, obeying the commandments of Allah, second, sharing knowledge, third, obey and respect parents, and avoid that prohibition of Allah. Second, hadith narrated by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, "Ma ra'aful muslimuna hasanan fahuwa indallahi hasanun, wa ma ra'aful muslimuna say'an fahuwa indallahi say'un." What the Muslim deemed to be good is good inside of Allah, and what the Muslim deemed to be bad is bad inside of Allah. So, the proof that can be deducted from this quotation is that URUF is, if not against Islamic teaching, is normally considered as good practice to the Muslim and acceptable by people and reason. Therefore, such a practice is accepted by Allah SWT, so it can be regarded as a source of law in Islam.
So today, I will explain to you guys the example of URUF that they used by the scholars. First, we have URUF al-am. The example of URUF al-am is the contract al-istisna that we can see in many things such as furniture, clothes, and others. This type of URUF is necessity and practiced regularly among the society. For instance, the customary practice of charging fixed price for entry to public bath or toilet that is anomalous from any other requirement and principle of common sense, as we use it for an anam of entity water. Next URUF is URUF al-khas. URUF al-khas, which is common in particular locality. This URUF is accepted by the people in particular place, but not in all places. For example, Muslims in Malaysia commonly do not enter one another's house before they take off their shoes to show their respect and honor, as it is symbolic. But this culture is contrast with the another Muslim countries such as Egypt, Jordan, and others.
The third URUF is URUF as-sahih. URUF as-sahih is the valid custom that practiced by the people and doesn't contrary with Sharia and any the interests of people, but at the same time it doesn't bring the corruptions. For example, in the custom in engagement where any goods that was given by a man to his fiancée is considered as a gift, not as a dowry or what we call mahar. Finally, the last and the fourth URUF is URUF al-fasid, the invalid custom that rehearsed by the individuals, but at the same time there is a proof to show that it's contrary to standards of Sharia and it denies the enthusiasm of individuals and is bring corruptions and defilements. For examples, the usury in exchange or the payment of interest to the customers and others.
As a conclusion, URUF and Adah can be acknowledged as one of the important sources after the primary sources of Islamic law. As we know, Islamic law is known to bring peace and harmony as it covers various dimensions and aspects. Not only that, Islamic law also is designed to run forever. So indirectly, the rules and the regulations must be applicable and practicable by every age of human being. URUF and traditions are something that has been practiced by human beings for generations, and it will be continued in the future as well. So it is important as a Muslim to know, to perceive that it is one of the significant elements of law is to rethink the current practice.
So, how's the video? I hope you guys can understand better about this URUF. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Oh, don't forget to like these videos, okay? Bye.